Okay, in this video we are going to be talking about flattering angles. Um, like I've said in my other videos, when it comes to natural posing, I don't normally say, okay, put your head like, oh, okay, I do kind of say put your head this way so it's pointing towards, but I don't really, I'm not usually nitpicky about like how people are standing and, little nuances. However, there are some things that you need to know and understand, and if you see that it's not working for somebody, then go in and use these techniques that I'm going to show you. Also, when you're posing seniors, high school seniors, or doing any type of headshots, these are going to be really helpful to get the really best, most flattering look from them. So we all know that there's different angles we can take a picture of and they just look awful. So that's what we're going to go over right now. The first one that is really important is to look at people's chin lines, look at their jawline, and to have a nice, hard, solid line with their jaw. So if I ask somebody just to stand there for me, you can see, so now I know how to do it right. So, but if somebody's just standing there, especially if they're laughing, when they laugh, they tend to kind of go back and they're showing this part of their chin, okay? What you want to do is get a real solid line here. So you want to tell your subject to bring your forehead forward. So it's going to be like this. And you can even see how that is going to change. So here I am, I like this. I am notorious for this. When I see pictures of myself and I'm laughing, I'm like, and it comes back like this. Or if somebody's just like standing naturally, it usually kind of gives them a soft jawline. So what you want to do is say, okay, bring your forehead toward the camera. So it's like this. So I think you can see the difference here to here. I just thought, I just thought of a funny joke, but okay. All right. So I hope you can see the difference in that, just that slight movement of your of your forehead going toward the camera. The other thing, so let's say that they're turned this way. Obviously, you don't want them to stick their head out like this. That just looks weird. So what you want to tell them to do is to, just so that you can get a nice, I'm going to go this way so that cord isn't in the, so you can, get a nice solid jawline here, is have them move their ears toward you or toward the camera. So if they're here, look at you, they would just do this. You could have them, I can't see what it looks like, but you could have them like put their chin down slightly as well. And then you can have more of a solid jawline that way. The other angles that you need to watch out for, and this is a huge one, I'm always keeping this in mind, is you don't want, as the photographer, you do not want to be taking pictures of somebody at an up angle. So if somebody's taking a picture of me, I want them above me because it's going to make you look more flattering. It's going to angle the lines of who you are, and it's just going to like slim you down a little bit. So when I'm taking pictures, I'm always kind of thinking like, okay, I'm a short person, so I could tend to take, pictures up if I have a very tall father, or, even if it's a woman who's taller than me, I could have that. So I'm looking for maybe a slight hill. I'm looking to kind of get up above my subject, and that's going to be much more flattering than, number one, taking a picture up this way, or even straight on. So one position I like to get couples in, or even a person in, because I am so short and I can't just, I can't often get above them. I may not have a stool, or I may not have a hill. So I will have, if I'm the subject, I will have them crouch down like this and look up at me this way. So what that does is it creates this angle up this way, and so you're getting a nice jawline here, and it's slimming them down this way. So if I was just by myself, or if I was just taking a picture of myself, not somebody else in it, I would just have that person crouched like this, look up at them, and then I would take the picture here. If there's somebody else in it, I would have them both crouched down. It doesn't matter what's going on here because I'm going to be taking the picture at the shoulders. And I would have them do that head-to-head or cheek-to-cheek thing here and have them both look up at me. And then I'm getting a nice angle of both of them. Me as a photographer angling down, taking a picture this way. I like that with kids, with adults, anybody. That's a really nice shot to get especially those close up, real close up, crisp eyes and that sort of thing. The other thing, when somebody is standing, if they are just standing straight on like this, it tends to be too unflattering. So yeah, I mean, you can just see the whole contour here. So what I like to do is just have them stand at a 45-degree angle, and then have most of their weight resting on their back leg. So it kind of like frees up this front, frees up this shoulder. You can, have it kind of drops down this shoulder a little bit. So 45-degree angle, way better. Here, not so great. 45, better. The other thing, especially with women, is a lot of women don't like their arm just flattened up against their body. It makes your arm look big. So I will have, if I'm seeing this in a mom or in a senior or a woman I'm taking a picture of, I will just have her, put it on her hip, put her hand on her hip like this. It just kind of like makes your arm look thinner. You can even like have this hand moved back, and then that angle here is going to make it even better. I don't oftentimes worry about this hand back here, but having that person at a 45-degree angle, their weight on their back leg and their arm out is going to be a really nice natural pose. This feels pretty natural. I'm not somebody who feels natural like moved around, but this actually feels pretty natural to me. And then also, if you can think about it, have their neck go out, or it's their neck going out, but you tell them to have their forehead move toward the camera, and that's going to really harden up that line. If you tell them to have their chin out, they sometimes do this, or it doesn't look natural, but having their forehead go out gives them that more natural feel. You can even tell them this isn't going to feel normal, but in the picture it really makes a difference with that jawline and having it be very nice and a hard line. So these are simple kind of like tweaks. A lot of these I mostly do it with adults. When it comes to kids, they are beautiful just as they are. Their bodies are beautiful. I mean, not that adults' bodies are beautiful, but I don't really like do a lot of like posing, tweaking, that sort of thing with kids. I usually do that more with like high school seniors and on up, with adults and couples and that sort of thing. So remember to look at your angles. A big key for me is to not get too rushed in the moment and just be like, okay, yeah, that's okay, I'm just gonna take a picture. But calm yourself down a little bit. Look at your subject. Once they are where you want them, take a minute and look at them. Does something look off? Does something look weird? And then adjust it and tweak it from there.